So, post-trade deadline, nothing else happened. Don't worry about it. Nothing else happened. We definitely did not go through the entire offseason just for the game to crash before saving. We definitely didn't. It's going to be a real shock when Ryan Kessler retires or not Ryan Kessler, but when Ryan Kessler's a free agent and Pavel Datsyuk retires and the real question for the YouTube side of things will be whether or not I leave all of that in that we just did. Or if we just continue from this and talk about things that happen that people won't get to see. That's the question. Although we're certainly, if in theory, the game did crash on me, we would at least be in line to know what to do and what not to do in free agency. That's quite the curveball into what we have going on here. Quite the curveball indeed. YouTubers will just skip forward anyway. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I can't guarantee we'll take the same players, but let's see who wins the cup. I'm not even going to look at the awards. We'll just see who wins the damn cup. What the hell just happened? All right. Well, hopefully we don't end up needing a crash counter, is all I'm going to say. Hopefully everything will be okay. Hopefully. I was warned in chat. The Los Angeles Kings won the Stanley Cup in 2016 instead of Chicago. I mean, what do you mean? It's a great game. It's a complete game that shipped, and it's a great game. Now, what game am I talking about? That's the question. To the draft we go. We do have the first overall pick. I can't believe Zdeno Chara retired. And can you believe it? Sam Steele's in this draft. Jesse Puljujarvi, Sean Day is in this draft. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And you know what? I'll stay true to it. We'll take Sean Day again. That's what chat voted for. We'll take Sean Day again. It's fine by me. And of course, we know nobody wants to trade. I'm taking Sean Day again. Chat voted for it. It's only fair. And this time I'll get a second round pick for Eric Brewer. So GG's. With that 10th pick, what do we got? Hey, it's not my fault. Chat voted for Sean Day before. Now you can't just be like, oh, you got to change it. No, that's what you voted for. This is a democracy. We're probably taking Tim Gettinger here again. Although this random German Mueller is still available this time, so never mind. We'll take another defenseman in Mueller, who was top 10 projected. It was rigged. You rigged it. Did I, though? Don't you think if I rigged it, I would guarantee myself the superior player? Tim Gettinger is still there. Let's fucking go. Well, we know Tim Gettinger's good, so let's take Tim Gettinger. This, coincidentally, might end up being a better draft for us than what we originally had. Used your own points, not for views, like the crash. God. Let's see. Kavanaugh, Huskins. Hayek, Babchuk, Koroluk, or a starter goalie in Coleman. Potential high starter in Crosby. Sign McDavid this time. We probably will. And we already have a good goalie in Mark Byzantine. Let me see. Look at dudes projected in the second round. We don't have a pick until the third round, so it's worth looking. I think the order changed, right? I mean, we could take a goalie, but I really don't feel like we need one. Especially if Freddie Anderson's going to end up on the free agent list again. If we really wanted a good goalie, we could just take Freddie Anderson. Well, right now I'm leaning towards Huskins. Because, well, actually, DeBrincat is a second rounder. When's our next pick after this? Do we have another one? We have 3 picks in a row. We're fine. All right, let's go for Alex DeBrincat this time. The Brenda Cat. Let's go for this other dude, still projected to be an outright first rounder, Kavanov, the generated Russian. And we will look for the other generated first rounder, Huskins. We'll hope for the best in that regard. Skip ahead to the end of the second round this time instead of the third because of Eric Brewer. What do we have? Pierre-Luc Dubois. Well, this draft has worked out pretty well so far, hasn't it? That's if guys like Dubois actually have any sort of goddamn value in this game, which they might not at all. There's no one left to the third round projection, huh? Just fourth, fifth round. We know Riley Stillman ended up being pretty terrible. Let's go for Kaapo Kähkönen, who is still available. We'll take Kaapo Kähkönen. Try to breeze through this as fast as we can, because we literally just went through this. Is there anybody else that we really want? I mean, Carl Grundstrom, he was terrible though, wasn't he? Spencer Smallman. We want to take Patrick Laine again. Even though he's terrible, Patrick Laine is there, which is fun. You know? Howden. What are you talking about? Stanley Cup champion Brett Howden? Why would we do that? Why? When there are so few players left I care about that we can just auto-pick. Because I don't care anymore. We ended up with Sebastian Repo, though, and a bunch of dudes. Fine by me. You already pretty much know how the rest of the draft goes, because you've already seen it before. Everything's fine. Let's go to the re-sign phase. We got the big names we cared about. They're probably all shit, because that's how this game worked. But don't worry about it. It's cool. Maybe save this time. Maybe shut your damn mouth. Let's see. Goalie-wise, we will qualify the Byzantine. We will qualify the Saros. Kaapo Kähkönen, medium AHL starter. He is a 72 overall at 19 years old, though, so that's fun. Defensively, 72 overall at 19. Did he... I'm not going to sign him. Fuck that. God. Again, we know most of these guys are shit. We'll qualify Frankie Corrado. Sean Day was a high 4, which is fine. Travis Dermott's bad. We'll keep James Melindy again. I mean, for the first time. I don't know what you're talking about. Mueller ended up being a medium 4, which is nice. We'll qualify the Connor Murphys. Qualify Mr. Van Riemsdyk. We can actually sign Mueller. No, there's no point in signing him because there's no AHL to try and develop him in, so fuck it. God. Chris Brown can go. Should I have played this version of the game? That is now a question I'm very much asking myself. Was this a smart decision? And I don't know the answer to that. I'm not so sure if this was a wise decision. Oh, goodness. This might have been a mistake, huh? Oh, goodness. This might have been a pretty big mistake. We're dealing with it. We're going to win a cup. It's beautiful. Don't worry about it. I'll alternate nights. We'll play 15 with the Sabres, and we'll play 15 with the Yotes and see who wins first. We won't, because that's a terrible fucking idea. Or is it? I'm going to sign Connor McDavid right now, by the way, just so he's immediately on the roster. Everybody else can suck it. Yeah, we're not going to sign anybody else. Okay, there we go. We're good. Free agency. I'm going to go out on a limb and predict Carl Gunnarsson, Frederick Anderson, Ryan Kessler, Louis Eriksson, Steve Ott are all amongst the free agent pool that I've never seen before and would have no reason to believe they're there otherwise unless I was actually a psychic, in which case I might be. Just saying. You can't prove I'm not. Yeah, that little girl died in a well. What are you going to do about it? Or whatever other fucking psychics lie about. You're going to win the lottery. You're going to marry a handsome man. Montes Armalis. Free agency. Sweet, beautiful free agency. Whatever will we do? Hey, look, Ryan Kessler's a free agent. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? I can't fargan believe it. If I wasn't seeing it with my own eyes. Ridiculous. In terms of prospects again, do we have our same friendo? Do we? There is Kristers Gudlevskis this time. Oh my god, how many NHL backups are there? All right, Mr. Moran is still here. And beyond Mr. Moran, I say Fargett. Let's go for Freddie Anderson. We have $28 million in cap space, so let's go after Frederick. Sweet, beautiful Frederick. Defensively, the Ham House. $7 million for 2 years. Danny Hamhuis. Braden Coburn is out there this time. Who wants way too much money for way too long. But we'll still go for him. And then for the forwards. Oh my god. We'll give Ryan Kessler a lot of money. Obviously, we won't be able to get everybody, but those that we do get, it'll be nice. 6.5 or 7 years for Okposo. And then Davey Backman. 625. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, but the roller coaster. Let's be honest, most of the RFAs we don't get anyway. So let's see who signs out of this big ass free agent list. Screw it. There weren't that many good prospects that I absolutely had to sign them. I mean, there might have been, but I haven't seen them. I don't know what you're talking about. Moran signed. Ryan Kessler. Anderson went to Calgary. Okposo signed. Backus signed. Coburn. Hamhuis. Jesus Christ. Well, I got an achievement. I have to be the most recent person in the world. Like, if anyone else has had an achievement in the past, 2 years for this game, I'd love to meet him. If there's a global leaderboard for NHL 15 achievements in 2023, I am at the top of that board. And if I'm not, somebody else needs to get a fucking life. Oh my god. That is incredible. Ooh, we could get the Binnington. We won't, but we could. Oh, God. 900K is left. Yeah, we don't have money to sign anybody else, so we're just gonna move forward. Let's do it. There we go. We brought in a whole bunch of dudes. Some sick dudage. Uh-oh. I might lose Mark Byzantine. That wouldn't be good. I guess I kind of overlooked our whole issue of no cap space. From one set of issues to another, huh? Yeah, I really can't afford to lose Mark Byzantine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got, oh God. Can I move the 5 million of Cody Franzen? Come on, Buffalo. You know you want Cody Franzen. For a second and a third round pick. How about God, this menu system sucks. How about a second and a fifth? How about just a second? They don't want to take on Cody Franzen's contract. Carolina. How about a 4th round pick? Son of a bitch. There you go. Just take Cody Franzen for nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Our total players who have unlocked that achievement. Nearly all franchise achievements are considered rare. That's just because I'm the go-to franchise endo. It's got nothing to do with rare achievements. It's just because I'm the best. The absolute best. No one goes nose to the grindstone in franchise modes like me. Rise and grindstone. Let's match the offer for Connor Murphy. We'll be fine. We'll also match the offer for Mark Byzantine. And we'll see what else happens here. We'll also match the offer for Frankie Corrado. Beautiful. Beautiful. What is the achievement list for this game? Hold on. Lucas Lesio signed. What is the achievement list for this? NHL 15 full game. All right. Master Negotiator. Sign a first line, a top 2 defenseman. Dude, the last achievement I locked for this was almost 5 years to the day since my last achievement in this game. Holy shit. What are the odds of that? That's tremendous. Which ones don't I have? Complete a Be a Pro moment in NHL Moments Live. Complete all the moments from pre-year season. Superstar difficulty. Collect a Team of the Week player item. That's literally impossible to get now. It's not possible to 100% this anymore. Buy and sell. I literally can't get that anymore. Can't get that. Literally anything Ultimate Team related, it is impossible to get now. So, and there's a lot of Ultimate Team. Jump over an opponent with the puck. Dude, they've had to freaking knock off the Gatorade bottle achievement for like 8 years now. That's insane. I'm a fucking scrub. I never won the President's Trophy. Tremendous. All right. Well, start of a new season's coming up. No controversy at all. Controversy? Let's take a look at our roster. I literally have no idea how many dudes we even have signed right now. Save streamer, man. No! I will not. How dare you? Anyway. What do we got for roster moves, then? 800K. That's always good. Arizona Coyotes spending to the cap. Look out. We will call up the Saros. Swap Moran for Merrick Longhammer. Defensively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with TVR. Drop Mark Fistrick. That's fine. Right side, Okposo, Williams, Samuelson, and Victor Arvidsson. Left side, Duclair, Lesio, Domi. Apparently I'd be over. Probably Brendan Perlini. And then at center, Kessler, Backus, Hansel, Bailey. We're going to send McDavid back to junior. Have fun tearing it up in junior, Connor. Have fun. Let's call up Max Domi. And, oh my God. I could send Antoine Vermette down. Christ's sake. What a team. Let's bump up, Toby. I don't want to bump up Toby Reeder. Oh, God. What am I going to do? Yeah, Victor Arvidsson's a minor league scoring forward. Samuelson's a depth forward. You could probably send Samuelson back down. Henrik, even though you just won the Calder. Sorry, you're off the team, bub. We're calling up Antoine Vermette and Taylor Gaudette. Let's find out if the game crashes again. In fairness, it crashed on the trade block. Williams, Kessler, Okposo, Duclair, Backus, Domi, Richardson, Hansel, Bailey, Lesio, Vermette, Gaudette. What a team. Ham, Hughes, OEL, Coburn, Gormley, Corrado, and Murphy. We're winning the cup. Here we come. Look out. We are winning the Stanley Cup, baby, unless it won't let me edit the trade block. Because it might not. If it doesn't let me edit the trade block, then I'm going to be afraid that the game is like bricked. And then it's just not going to allow me to progress. But for the moment, it's okay. I was able to edit the picks last time. It was once we hit surplus that we got in trouble. We might be okay this time. I'm going to do my best to continue to try and jinx it. See, am I allowed to edit the wants? I have no idea why this game crashed last time, but let's be honest, it probably doesn't need a reason. All things considered. Do I want to just fully open up the block? Shits and giggles. Let's just fully open up the block. See what kind of madness. You should submit a bug report, right? Let's see what kind of madness having an open trade block generates on NHL 15 Next Gen. It might actually force my console to explode. We'll see. We'll see. This could end up being an absolute disaster. Gormley and a third for 2 seconds in Dylan Fournier. I feel like I can do better for Gormley, so I'm going to say no to that. Gonna say no. We won our first game against the Sharks. We're actually going to coincidentally be way too good of a team, I would think. But I'd say the best way to win in this game, this particular version of this game, is to try and win as quickly as you possibly can. Yeah, no, the preseason doesn't exist. Gormley for a bunch of scrubs. No disrespect to Anton Forsberg, but that's an absolute no. Wonder if the game's like generating like, oh, you need players, don't you? And it's like, well, technically. No, I don't. Because the AHL doesn't exist. Oh, Samuelson, Gormley, and a second. So basically Samuelson and Gormley from Minnesota's first. I'll say no to that. Gonna say no. I trust Samuelson can do well. You know, if it didn't involve Oliver Ekman-Larsson, I'd consider it. But I'm not trading OEL for a very old Joe Thornton. Basically, TVR for a third and a dude named Tapper. That might not be the worst deal in the world. How good's TVR at this stage? 25 years old and 80 overall. He's not going to get much better. He's the third pairing guy. I also don't know if we're going to get anything better for a third pairing option, or like if we're actually going to get anything with the pick. I'm going to say no to this. I feel like TVR can be pretty helpful at this stage. Hansel and Vizintin for a first, a second, and LeCavalier. That would leave me with no goalie whatsoever and an older, worse centerman at this stage. Pittsburgh really wants Trevor Van Riemsdyk. going to say no. I'm going to say no. You're accidentally going to hit accept to the menu lag, potentially. Kyle Okposo and Capo Kakkonen for a first, a second, and Alex Tanguay. I mean, obviously, Okposo's good. Definitely just dropped my controller. Obviously, Kyle Okposo is good. But does that mean we want him long term? He's 28 years old. He's an 88. Seven years at 6.5. Which was a lot of money back then. You know, for the moment, I'm going to say no. I'm going to keep Kyle Okposo. It's October. We don't need to trade him yet. Especially if we end up being a good team. The Sharks are desperate to get Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Little do they know what that's going to turn into. This I'm going to accept. Hansel's deal's up at the end of the year. 2 second-round picks from the Flyers, and we still get a decent player in Vinny Lecavalier. I'm going to take that. Send Martin Hansel off to Philadelphia. So, welcome to the desert, Vincent Lecavalier. No. What a weird trade. Okposo and Kakkonen for a first, a second, and Tanguay. No. No. Murphy and Lesio for a second, Iverson and Gouet. No. Not going to happen. We are only 5-4-0. Gettinger a second, and Alex DeBrincat, who's a medium bottom six or a low bottom six even. It's also going to be a no. I would never trade a great prospect and Alex DeBrincat. Domi a second and Gormley for 2 firsts. That's not going to happen either. A third and Trevor Van Riemsdyk for a second, a fourth, and Skotka, who is god-awful. Also going to say no to that. I'm not giving up the higher pick in the deal. A second, Kavanaugh, and ADB for a first and a seventh. I'm probably going to take that. Probably going to take that. Kavanaugh, 18 and a 62. DeBrincat is 18 and a 60. Mr. Brindacat, you're pretty bad in this reality. So I will take that trade. And then if he develops and haunts me forever, then hey, so be it. A, dupe, B. There you go. Sean Day for a first and a seventh. No. We are 5-7. Oh my God, we're terrible. Ethan Bear, who is absolutely garbage, for a fourth and a seventh. That's a yes. What was his potential? Like AHL top 4? TVR for a third and a seventh. That I will accept. I didn't want to give up a pick in the deal. Brandon Gormley in a third. Basically, it's Brandon Gormley for a second and Henderson. It's going to be a no. But yeah, this team's bad. We're 6-8-1. So despite adding the Ryan Kesslers of the world, I don't think we'll be keeping them long term. Gormley for a second, Zatkoff, and Mark Antuoni. It's also going to be a no. So yeah, we're bad. Rasmus Anderson, who's not good in this game, to Calgary, no less, for a fourth and a seventh. We'll do that. Getting some depth picks. I'm not trading Oliver Ekman-Larsson in a deal that involves the best defenseman coming back, Brad Stewart. Would you like to trade medium elite prospect for a second and a fifth? No, Philly. No, I won't. And no, I do not. No. Jesus Christ. San Jose is determined to dump Joe Thornton onto us before he retires. Also, we are now 6-9-2. Connor McDavid for a literal pylon. It's going to be a no from me, champ. Mark Fistrick and Thomas Chabot for a fourth and a fifth. Given that Chabot's absolutely terrible, that's also a yes as we continue to pick horde. Anthony Duclair for a second, a third, and absolute trash garbage Adrian Kempe. Waiting to see if Crash Andrews, if I can hear him screaming all the way from Calgary. Gonna say no to that. Well, Open Block gives us some interesting offers. If we, and we'll take this as well, What's scouting look like? What do you think it looks like? The most bare bones experience you can have, buddy. This would be an interesting one for Milbury mode. So this is what it looks like. In fairness, this is actually better than what it looks like now. Even though it is similar. But yeah, you go here and then you say forwards for a week or 6 weeks, duration assignment, the regional accuracy, how many people are there. We have had the same scouting in NHL games for 9 years. 9 years is how long we have had the same damn scouting system. It's not great. It's not great. But hey, maybe by NHL 2035, they'll give the franchise team proper freaking numbers and resources to maybe actually overhaul the mode and be able to accomplish something. Maybe. If we could be so lucky and so fortunate. I'm not trading Max Domi. That seems way better. Well, Daniel Sedin. No, thank you. I like that the Canucks wanted OEL, though. How would I improve the scouting? I'm tired of telling them stuff for free. I know exactly how I'd improve the scouting. But I'm tired of making wish list videos and giving them ideas for nothing. Fucking pay me. That's my attitude at this stage. I would be an incredibly valuable asset to that team and that company. Fucking pay me. That's it at this stage. Fuck you, pay me. How about you tell us for 170 channel points? Man, we're going to trade that dude for nothing, too. I'll take that. Yeah, genuinely at this point, like oh man, Pierre-Luc Dubois wasn't even that good. Genuinely at this point, it's like, man, I'm tired of being like, hey, here's what I think and how to fix this, even though it's like, well, that's what you're in the game changer thing to do. I don't care. I don't even care anymore. You want my ideas? Pay me. Want me to make the rosters better? I can do it in less than 2 months' time. In which case, you'll release 1 roster update, maybe 2 anyway. Fuck you, pay me. That's the standpoint right now. Oh, man, we've gotten some interesting freaking trade offers here, though. That is for sure. It's December 1st. It sure is. And we're terrible. 9, 12, and 3, despite all the free agents we brought in. I'm not against trading Kyle Okposo. I'm just not pairing him with Oliver Ekman-Larsson. We want OEL to be a part of the core. Gormley for Kiviaho and Truk. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Gormley for a second and Henderson. Gotta give me a better deal than that, Chicago. Oh, goodness. Yeah, let the hate flow through you, all right? Right. But no, genuinely, it's like I could sit here and be like, hey, here's how you can fix this, 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 and this. Why bother? They should know how to fix it. You've had years worth of people telling you, myself included, here's how you can make modes better, here's how you can make rosters better. And NHL 24 is still as bad as it is. So why try? You want my suggestions? You come to me. I'm not going after you anymore. You know? So we'll trade Swedish Sebastian Aho. So, again, I don't want Jeff Zakov. You have to focus on Hut, NHL 25, and patches on 24. All right, we're good. But yeah, it's just, like I said, we're feeling a certain way. Yeah, I continually bounce back and forth between, yeah, I'm having fun with these games, and I am having fun with the older games. There's no denying I should be on the new game right now. Kyle Okposo and Capo Kakinen for a first, a second, and Alex Tanguay. Okposo hasn't done anything to help turn the team around, so you know what? Fuck it. Let's take it. Bring in Alex Tanguay for the year. Connor Ingram. I'm going to say no to that. OEL for Zaboral, Reto Berra, and Mitch Stevens. I could have completed the trifecta. Frankie Corrado for the Hamburglar. Andreas Englund and Nick Paul. I mean, how can I say no to the Hamburglar? It is true, though. Corrado's potential did go up, so that's how I say no. McDavid for Brown, a first, and Lawrence Pilot. It does tell us our record. You'll see when we're the home team, it'll be just above where it says simulating. It's 12, 17, and 2. But it disappears fast. But yeah, it is technically on screen. I am not trading Connor McDavid to Detroit. Is this the earliest that a game's been dead? What was 24 alive? 24 was alive. People were excited for it. You know, it's not to say everyone's viewership is down. Some people are still doing very, very well. Especially for the Hut community. People are doing very, very well. I don't hate. I envy the likes of people who work very hard and have the mode that at least has, for all the faults of Hut, you at least have something to work with. So I'm envious of Sleeves, of Henrique, of Thrash, and Krista, and everybody else. Because for as bad as Hut is, at least it's more than just operable. Because again, that's all you can say for NHL 24 franchises. Well, it works, technically. Hut at least, it does a little bit more than works. So that's cool. You know, even if the game right now is still Hip Check Simulator, it is still more fun than watching the AI be absolute trash garbage. And even on the ASHL side of things, you know, Terry's still killing it. We love our good friend Terrio. So, you know. But, yeah, you won't see too many people streaming franchise. I don't think you'll see 2BC doing it either. I haven't watched it, but that most recent video of franchise mode sucks. He's been a part of that fight for a long time. So, you know, I respect it. It's always good, though, for him to use his platform to continue to scream that from the rooftops. Cirelli's not looking that good. Two fifth-rounders, though. Very unlikely we find somebody better. I'm going to keep Anthony Cirelli for that, actually. So, let's see. 15, 19, and 4. Not trading OEL for Daniel Sedin. Not doing it. Duclair and Gormley for a first. Merkley and Makinen. It's also going to be a no. Give me offers for guys who suck. All right, Gormley for a first is pretty tough to turn down. I've ever chatted with Johnny. I actually haven't. I'd be intrigued. I have a feeling, though, it would just be agreeing on quite a few things. So, Green Star is the All-Star break, yeah. Gormley is not bad. Honestly, I'm going to keep Gormley. I got a feeling the Bruins' first-round pick would be bad anyway. So, yeah, that little Green Star indicator is the All-Star break. Alrighty. Well, this team's pretty bad. Even with all those free agent additions, I at least want to get past the deadline. See what's up from there. We are getting a lot of trade offers that I'm still not all that interested in. Like trading Brandon Gormley. We have a fully open block, and no one's like, yeah, let's go for this guy. All right, the Islanders offered a fourth this time for Cirelli. Before it was 2 fifths. I'm going to keep Cirelli. I don't know. He might be able to develop. He might. At least he's the bottom 6. We got rid of ADB. Montreal wants Max Domi. Hilarious. Is there an actual All-Star game or just the notification? I'm pretty sure there was still the All-Star game. I can't say with certainty, and you should have asked that about 30 seconds ago before we simmed past it. There we go. Josh Bailey, Timo Meier, and a third for Daniel Sedin and a fourth. What the hell? Although, Timo Meier's potential, did it go up? 20 years old, 65, bottom 6. Daniel Sedin might retire. I have to be honest, I'm actually going to say no to that. I want to keep Timo Meier. Trading ADB was one thing, but seeing that we have witness potentials get better. A third rounder for Bobby Butler and 2 fourths. How good's Bobby Butler at this stage. 78 at 29. Nah, I'm not going to Belichick it. I'd rather have a third than 2/4. I cannot believe how mid this team is. All those additions of free agency. And we are just as mid as can be. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Still have potential is getting better. It does, yeah. Whew. Ryan Kessler and Lucas Alessio for 2 firsts. I mean, I got to get rid of Kessler. I don't necessarily want to get rid of Alessio. But, I mean, 2 first-round picks from Nashville. Is there somebody I can sub in here instead of Alessio? Who's someone of a similar value? Rupe Hintz. Vanelli. This guy's a 73 at 22. His potential went up. Do you want Vanelli instead? Perfect. Kessler's on his way to Nashville for 2 firsts. So we signed Kessler, we signed Okposo, and shipped them both out because we were still bad. 20, 24, and 6 before this game against the Blues. Connor McDavid and OEL. You better be giving me like 6 first-round picks for Connor McDavid and OEL. Jesus. I'm not giving up Connor McDavid. It's not happening. Or OEL, unless you give me Connor McDavid. Yeah, it's not going to happen either. Nope. Nope. Connor McDavid, no. Give me offers for other interesting people, please. A third in Alessio for 2/3, a fourth, and Tapper. Still going to say no. I want to keep Lucas Alessio. I want to see if he makes it. You never know. That potential goes up. He could be a good player for us. Ooh, I could have Logan Brown instead of Connor McDavid. Sounds like a good trade, doesn't it? Connor Murphy for Nathan Gerby, Drew McIntyre. Nah. Well, we are a week out from the deadline. I think we'll have work to do on the day, depending who else is still on the team. See if there's any other trades. I mean, we got rid of Martin Hanzal already. Like, we already did quite a bit. But, yeah, that whole idea of trying to win a cup fast, LOL, that's not going to work. So we'll sink right back into the rebuild. Happy birthday to me. 23. 23 on a Friday. Huskins, McInnes in 2/3 for Daniel Sedin, 2/4 and a fifth. The Canucks are desperate to get rid of Daniel Sedin. Both of those prospects are okay, though, and might develop. I'm going to say no. I can't believe I just turned down another half-decent trade for Daniel Sedin. But with this whole prospect development system, it might work out for us. I already kind of regret getting rid of ADB for that reason. I'm not trading Connor McDavid. Leave me alone. Yeah, we're not doing that either. Whoops. Well, I meant to stop at the deadline and thought it would give me like, hey, it's deadline day. Do you want to stop? No, it didn't do any of that. So I guess we're going to sim to the end of the season.